Fortune in a foreign setting.
So who's the real hero?
I would hope people would listen to our heroes.
Alan Cox.
On 100.7 WMMS.
I was reading about a dude who got killed by lightning in Jersey. Guy in his late 50s. He's on the beach.
Woke up this morning, got struck by lightning.
He's on the beach as a storm is kicking up, and he's waving at these kids, telling them to get out of the water. Because there's a storm. Yeah.
That's a bummer. You're trying to help other people.
You're trying to be a cool guy.
Yeah.
This is Toms River, New Jersey. A 59-year-old guy named Patrick Despoto.
Hey, get out of the water.
He got caught in the thunderstorm, and he's, gesticulating wildly at these kids out there. He got out of the water. As if the kids don't know that there's a storm coming. But whatever. And he got killed by a lightning strike right there on the beach. That is literally natural causes. Getting killed by lightning.
Nature causes.
Nature causes. First responders found him lying unconscious on the beach, and they took him to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced dead. I like the phrase pronounced dead. It sounds old-timey, but it's not. It's not uncommon.
It's very official.
Used all the time. Yeah. Nobody witnessed the strike itself, but a woman who identified herself as his girlfriend said that he had gone back to his truck when he realized that a storm was rolling in, but he went back to the beach solo because there were kids in the water. So he's trying to be a good guy. No good deed goes unpunished. And so he goes back out to the beach. Listen, we've all been outside in a storm. Have you ever been on the beach when a storm's rolling through?
Yeah.
It wouldn't even occur to, I'd want to get inside, but it wouldn't occur to me that I'd get struck by lightning on the beach.
Especially that when it's still rolling in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He told his girlfriend, I'm going to go warn these kids because the sky is going to open. And she told him, you have no business going back there. Stay in the truck. And then he left her in the truck. And she called him a few times and didn't hear back from him. So she went out there. Now, I guess my question is, how do they know he got struck by lightning? I imagine that the coroner or whatever could figure that out. Struck by lightning on the beach. They said in a note of sad irony, that beach was in the process of installing. They were in the middle of installing a $50,000 lightning detection system for the 2-mile stretch of beach. They said, we don't want the people of Toms River, we don't want to tell them when the storm is here. We want to tell them that it's coming so they can stay ahead of it and act accordingly. This guy's the third lightning fatality in the United States, and the first in Jersey in a few years. But he's just trying to tell. Now, those kids, they're fine. Do you think that the girlfriend should have been able to go out and hold at least one of those kids underwater as revenge? They didn't do anything.
No, the kids.
It's not their fault. This
God's
guy,
fault.
It's the guy's. Well, it's this guy's fault. It doesn't say how old the kids were. But younger than him. But if they're like 16, come on. If they're 8 or 9,
Nothing they can do about it now,
Well, it's like when you see, it's kind of a running joke, or it gets memed a lot, the way that weather reporters or the Weather Channel will really try to sensationalize what's going on. So you'll see a guy like in hip deep water, but then they found out that he was like kneeling down or whatever, because the wide shot is people behind him riding their bikes.
It's
they're trying to make it
funny.
Yeah, they're trying to make the Weather Channel everything look. There's big storms coming through, but there's always one guy out there jogging. So you're like, all right, well then it's not. So these kids out there in the water, they were probably like, yeah, we'll be fine. I mean, Jersey Shore right now, you got to worry literally more about sharks than lightning. They're coming right up to the shore there. But they found the guy unconscious on the beach. And I think they initially thought it was a heart attack, but they determined, I guess, that it was accidental death caused by lightning strike. Because the lifeguards had left. That's how much lifeguards care, by the way. The lifeguards left, and there's kids out there in the water. Imagine those kids. Mom, I'm going to go out. I'm going to go out in the water. No, don't do that. Nah, it'll be fine. Did you guys have a nice dip? Yeah, there's a storm coming in. Anything happen? It was some guy telling us to get out, but we flipped him off. Then he got hit by lightning. And they were in the middle of putting in their lightning detection system. I wonder if that just measures changes in barometric pressure. I mean, we've already got those. Measures electric activity in the air. I don't know. Do we have them along these shores?
I have no idea. I didn't even know that was like technology that existed.
A lightning detection system?
Yeah. I mean, I know like there's lightning rods.
Yep. I went to college with a guy who called himself Lightning Rod. His name was Rodney. He was on the track team. Real-time lightning detection. Now, I've got something in my home at Casa Cox. I have lighting detection. It's when I walk in a room, I can tell if the lights are on. But I don't have lightning detection.
Eyes,
that's what I couldn't remember what. Thank you. I could not remember what those were called. Lightning detection is a system of a network of stations consisting of antennas, GPS receivers, and processing systems. So it sounds very complex. That's probably why it was costing them $50,000 to have it installed. They estimate the location and the travel speed of the lightning bolt. Now, when we were kids, how did you measure how far away the storm was?
You'd count 1,000,
You'd
2,
count
1,000, right?
You'd see the lightning, and then you go, no, that don't cost you $50,000. Just have a guy out there, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and then then you tell those kids to get out of the water.
Why was it Mississippi?
Because that's about how long a second is. You can't go 1 Iowa, 2 Iowa.
Can you do like 1 Alabama?
You could do Alabama too.
Mm-hmm.
But Mississippi paid a lot of money for that licensing.
1 Wisconsin.
No, it's too
2
short.
Wisconsin.
You can't go 1 Ohio, 2 Ohio. No, it's got to be 1 Mississippi.
1 California.
1
California. 3 California.
Listen, my father's family is from Alabama, so I'm partial to that state. But if you were 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, and I don't even remember what the conversion rate was. That's what you did.
Yeah.
But what did that mean?
I don't remember either.
Every Mississippi is a mile. That can't be right. You're telling me eons of scientific experimentation and has led us to Mississippi equals a mile?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe that was a rule.
From thunder to lightning. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the thunder would precede the lightning, right? Thunder is all that.
No.
Right?
I thought you'd see the lightning and then hear
and
the
then
thunder
the thunder
crack.
I mean, I'm trying to remember that Imagine Dragons song. That's a scientific. They tell you exactly what happens in that song. The lightning, then the thunder. Is that how it goes? It's a girl singing it, and then the guy jumps in and 1. Hey kids, get out of that water. I'm only going to count 2 more Mississippis, and then I'm coming in there to kick some ass. Boy, kids think they know everything. You think you got your whole life ahead of you when you're a kid, but that guy, his whole life was behind him. What a bummer. I was reading a thing about a guy who has been struck by, or it was one of these shows. we get sucked into these shows like The Unexplained. Like Shatner has one.
Yeah.
There's another one with Dan Aykroyd. And, The Unbelievable. And there was some guy they profiled who had been struck by lightning like a dozen times. And people near him didn't want to be around him. I'm like, this can't be true. I mean, they say that if you're struck by lightning one time, it's more likely you're going to end up like this guy, dead, than they were like, well, there was something in the guy's body and made him more. I'm like, okay, well, you could probably make a case for a guy being an anomaly where his body made him more prone to being struck by lightning. But I'm not going to believe that it didn't kill him after being hit by 12 times. But, boy, there it was. Picture of the guy. I mean, wouldn't you be scorched? Or, I would like at least one picture of this guy looking like a racer head in the David Lynch movie. A heat miser, his hair sticking straight up.
Smoke coming off of him.
Give me one of those. Instead of just
when he's touching things, like it turns on light bulbs and stuff.
Yes.
You want that.
He's got a built-in lighting detection system right there. I use my eyes. He uses his hands. Man. I don't know.
Oh, I love a good thunderstorm, though.
If you count the seconds between lightning and thunder, this texter says, and divide by 5, it gives you the miles away the lightning was.
Okay.
Between the lightning and the thunder.
Because you see the lightning on the horizon.
Yeah.
The lightning, and then you go 1 1,000,
1
2
Mississippi,
1,000.
2 Alabama, 3 Iowa,
3 California.
And then you divide that by 5?
Yeah, so if you get to 5, by the time you hear the thunder, then you're like, oh, it's a mile away.
Okay, I mean, I have no way of knowing if that's correct, but does that Shatner show have an episode called The Unexplained, How Am I Still Alive? William Shatner? I am of the unpopular opinion that William Shatner looks pretty good for his age, by the way. The guy's like 91.
I think that's the consensus, that for his age, he looks good. I mean, he's a fatter old guy,
yeah,
too.
He's chubby, but he's looked like that for a while.
Yeah.
Sorry, William Shatner's 93.
Wow.
I think the guy looks good. For 93, usually when people get that old, like they kind of have slimmed down. But, he's...
The skin gets all
yeah,
wobbly.
he doesn't
looks good.
Look like he's infirmed at all.
I mean, I think the piece helps.
Doesn't
he have a hairpiece?
Yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah, he's got his hair's there, and 93. He's going to be out here, by the way. He's doing he's auctioning off items from his personal wardrobe for charity. Stuff that he wore on set at movie premieres, custom sports jerseys that say Shatner on the back. They did a Comedy Central roast of him some years ago, of William Shatner, which, for my money, contained the best joke out of every one of those roasts. I think it was Greg Giraldo, because Betty White was on the dais. And he said, William Shatner is here. Of course, Betty White just Shatner pants. Maybe Cloris Leachman. I don't know. It was an old lady. All right.
Yeah, one of the old the golden age.
There you go. So William, if you're a William Shatner fan, unless your name is George Takei, you probably are. But the preview of the items will take place on Wednesday, July 17th. This is Hartville, Ohio, wherever that is. And part of it will be online, part of it will be in person. Shatner is
Wayne County, I think?
expected to be, well, they have a big flea market out there. I know that. I've heard of it, but I don't know. I don't know where. But, he goes through and he does Comic-Cons and things like that. But I think for 93 years old, I mean, this guy, this actor, character actor from Cleveland, Bill Cobbs, he just died. He was 90.
Right.
And he looked every minute of that 90.
Oh, Hartville's not that far from Portage Lakes.
Oh! Well, I'm not going to be back there mid-July. I'm going to be there this Saturday.
Just make the trip. You're getting the key to the city.
That's the plan. That is the plan.
When are you going to be there again?
I'm going to be there Saturday from 2 to 4.
For what?
Well, we're sending somebody to Hawaii.
What?
WMMS and Kona Brewing.
Nice.
So we're doing the finals on Saturday afternoon, 2 to 4 at the Upper Decker. Sorry, the Upper Deck.
The Upper Deck. It's not
The Upper Deck Bar and Grill. It's on West Turkey Foot Lake Road. Is there a lake out there called Turkey Foot Lake?
You're the one that's out there all the time.
Yeah, I'm out there all the
You should
time.
know.
I guess that wasn't on my Key to the City test.
Oh, they make you take a test?
Yeah, oh God, yes.
Well, that's
Yep.
intense.
Very intense. I thought the Key to the City was just a ceremonial thing. I thought it was just, you know how Diddy had to give his back in New York? Because Diddy has, boy, some nasty stuff. The guy's a real stinker. And so
Stinker.
I thought it was largely ceremonial, but they take it seriously. They want me to know everything about that area. And quite frankly, why shouldn't I? I should know everything. If they're going to give me the Key to the City, which it's my understanding opens every door in the Portage Lakes area. That's what I was told. So they should really hold my feet to the fire and test me. I should know my way around. They go, how many golf courses are in the immediate Portage Lakes area? I have to know that. How many state parks are in the area? You know? How far from, what is the walking distance from Barberton to the Akron Zoo? I have to know those kinds of things.
I didn't realize it was so involved.
Oh, neither did I.
Doesn't seem worth it.
Neither did I. But I can't back out now.
Yeah, you can.
I already,
Why not?
I already said that
You
I
can
would.
always back out.
I always said I don't want to back out.
Back out.
I've already committed to getting the Key to the City. I didn't realize I'd have so much studying to do. It's like I'm back in school.
Yeah. Keep me out of this.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not really going to be the guy that, like, listen, if you got to do all this stuff to get a key to the city, keep your key. Just let me in when I get there.
I know. That's why I didn't ask you to help me with my studying.
I would have helped you.
I had to hire my own private tutor.